So, for those of you who did not see or was not aware of what or who won the 75K Open in Chicago this past weekend, which was standard, it's CFT Sock. CFT Sock, who is one of the, maybe not even one of, probably the single best deck builder in just the entire world. Every single time I look at a CFT Sock deck, I'm just more blown away at everything. And first and foremost, the thing that the elephant in the room, rather, that we want to talk about is this is 68 cards. Now, under normal circumstances, it would be kind of weird to play 68 cards, but hear me out. So the combo, there is a combo in this deck. So ideally, what you're trying to do is you're trying to have, at some point, you need to set up a Nissa, a Slogurk, an Aftermath Analyst, and have yes, you heard it right, 12 of these lands in circulation. Now, it doesn't have to be 12 of the Capenna lands. You can also mix Echoing Deeps in there, because Echoing Deeps can copy a legendary land, which goes to the graveyard, and then you can get back the Deeps when you loop the Analyst. But you basically need 12 lands that are coming into play and dying again to trigger off of Nissa. Now, what that does is when you activate Analyst, you get 12 mana off of Nissa because your 12 lands are coming into play. From there, if you have a Slogurk and a Takenuma, right, the Takenuma gets discounted by 2 because you have 2 legends. So you channel the Takenuma, get back Analyst, bounce Slogurk, get back Takenuma, replay Analyst, sack it, get the 12 lands again. And then basically just rinse, repeat that, right? Every single time you're going through the loop, you are also milling cards. So you're eventually going to find more lands, and then you can get to a spot where you're effectively making infinite mana, right? Now, once you have infinite mana, after you've gone through the loop a couple of times, your infinite mana is now going to be put into channeling Takenuma, looping with Slogurk, and getting back Jace. And every single time you go through that loop, you're milling them for 15 cards. And you can kind of see where that's going. You basically just, play Jace, mill them for 15, channel Takenuma, get back Jace, activate Slogurk, pick up Takenuma, and then, so on and so forth. Do that a couple of times. Once you have infinite mana, of course. So that's the combo part of the deck. Now, what's really cool about Aftermath Analyst is it's kind of self-fulfilling, where you're milling cards when it enters the battlefield, so it's kind of fueling itself for future activations of the Analyst, but it's also a creature that you can rebuy with Takenuma, so it's effectively a splendid reclamation that you can get back with Takenuma, which is kind of sick. We're also playing a couple of reclamations. This doesn't go infinite in the same way that Slogurk and Analyst does, but you mill enough cards and have enough of the S&C fetch lands that just having reclamation is still pretty good. And then the rest of the deck is just a lot of interaction. So 2 Go for the Throat, 2 Cut Down. We have 3 total sweepers in the main deck, 2 Terror Tides, and a Path of Peril, which we can kick because we have 1 Plains. And then kind of like your, I guess, quote-unquote fair plan, which is like a bunch of Deluges, couple of Traxas, and Urtai. A little bit more ramp here in the form of the Celestis. And then again, the mana base has a lot of the legendary lands because we're playing Slogurk, so Slogurk is very good with Otawara Takenuma. We have to play 12 of the S&C lands because you want 12 of these to be able to combo. So you want a couple of those. We have a couple of Surveil lands, which are decent because they can, if you play them early on, you can put lands in the graveyard to then help fuel the Analyst later on. And then a couple. So what's cool about Echoing Deeps, I mentioned this earlier, but basically when you're going for the combo, right? When you're going for, you need 12 lands in the graveyard. But as I mentioned, it doesn't have to be 12 S&C lands because Echoing Deeps can copy a legendary land. And if you're copying a legendary land with Echoing Deeps, you end up keeping the non-Echoing Deeps land, and then that goes back into your graveyard to then when you're going for the loop again, it's an extra land in your graveyard. So you need, 11 of these plus a Deeps or something like that. I know that was a lot. And most likely we will not be able to complete the combo because I don't think we're going to have enough time. We're going to do like a little test game against Sparky just to kind of show you how the combo works and show you how long it takes. But yeah, we're gonna try and maybe squeeze out some wins. Hopefully, we're just gonna attack our opponent with the tracks a bunch of times. The sideboard's got some Dreams of Steel and Oils, take artifact or creatures, more sweepers, duresses, an extra Jace for when you want to get grindy. Same with Urtide, then a couple Visages for stuff like Leyline Binding and whatnot. So this is gonna be an experience, to say the least. Not exactly sure if we're gonna I don't know if we're gonna be able to combo a single time, if I'm being honest with you. But what if it was 6 Essency lands and the Splendid Wreck? Then I might keep that, but I mean, I'm on the draw and I have a Celestis. It's not great, but I think I keep it. I don't know. Back Jace. You don't need Jace in the opening hand. You don't need Jace till hell later. They said hello, so I will say hello back. You have a gifted sub for me if I manage to combo this game. Let's go. Does that include them? Like, does that include them conceding once I'm infinite? Or no? What's the consensus on that? It does. That counts. Okay. Does that count for the Gamba? Like, should I pay out the Gamba as not timing out if they concede while I'm infinite? Probably, right? Yeah, this is just the CFT sock list. You think it should count? I kind of think it should count too. The fuck? Well, I don't have any lands, huh? It's unfortunate. I don't want to commit the Nissa yet. It's my only copy. I don't care if they kill this. I have a second Slogurk. Need to find some fetch lands, though. They have 6 lands. Oh, they have more than 6 lands. Alright, Invasion has been defeated. Invasion successfully defeated. Oh, you know what I did this weekend? I messed up. I forgot about this. I tide bindered my opponent's Topiary Stomper. That I attacked my 2/2 into it. And by that I mean I attacked the Tidebinder into it. It was something. It was a play. It was a play that you were allowed to make. I just forgot. Because, like, on Arena, it turns on, you know what I mean? It's, like, very visible on Arena, and I just forgot. I don't think we're winning this game. Seems like our deck decided not to deliver us the cards that we needed. No, that is true. No game rule violations were made. I would never do that. Did they block? Yes. They went to block, and I was like, I pointed to the Topiary Stomper, and my opponent just pointed to the Tidebinder, and I was like, oh, I see, okay. Yes, our 36 land deck did miss. +1 land. Ooh, okay. Here. I actually think I'm going to play the Forest here, because if I play Hideout, they can respond in Binding the Nissa. But now they can't do that. Right? I get the Slogurk in play. Maybe I don't want the Slogurk in play, I don't know. I'll take 3. We'll take it. Thank you for doing the Lord's work of playing this deck on stream so I can watch and not play it myself, yeah. See if this is something you want to get into. 3 3s. I could beat 3 3s, right? I can cast that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess I will. It's probably gonna die, but I guess I'll cast it. No, we don't quite have enough for the combo, I don't think. Who's the Atraxa deck now? Choose up to 6, huh? Sorcery, Planeswalker, land, creature, instant artifacts. No attacks. So we can Terror Tide to sweep up the 3/3s. So discard 1 and 2. I mean, this is not that bad. If we can slam this next turn. If we're not dead. I mean, we might be dead this turn. I'm, like, not that upset with that, weirdly enough. I do want to put this in my hand, though, because I have Nissa. This takes a lot of game actions, holy shit. No! Stop! I mean, I guess this is fine. We just have Terror Tide, right? Can I Terror... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Because I could go Nissa, Fetchland, Terror Tide, but that's pointless, right? I might as well just go Terror Tide into Analyst. Yeah, let's Terror Tide here. And then Analyst, play Island, save the Broker Side up for Nissa. I guess I could have played Jace for 3 mana. 3 mana and 2 life. Maybe that was better. Just get the Jace into play. Because now they get to kill the Analyst. Yeah. Although I guess they could have killed the Jace. Not that that's... I care less about them killing the Jace for sure. I mean, they only have 3 cards in hand. We could still win this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I mean, now we could just go Tide. We can go Tide. Tide Takenuma Jace. What's up, Short Fang? Or I could just go... Maybe it's better to go Tide, play one of these, and then Jace for 3 mana. Yeah, let's do that. Can I Tide Nissa Jace? Do I have enough mana? 3... No, I'm 1 short, right? Because 3 mana for Nissa, then Fetchland is only 2 mana. So I don't have enough for that. I think I'll just do this. Just +1 on nothing. Play this. Get a... Plains? No, I'll get a forest. Alright, Short Fang, what's up, buddy? New Knock Loose, let's go. In the queue. How you doing today? Against Domain but 2 Beans in the field. Yeah, I guess we should look at their library count. It's only 34. We're not that far off of just, like, Jace Ultimate, Takenuma back Jace. Just killed them that way, you know? Is the other Jace still in deck? Yeah, it should be on the bottom, right? Oh, no, we shuffled. But I put a Jace back when I scryed. Or when I mulliganed. Okay, so that can kill Jace. Did I play Modern Events? No, just Standard, and I played 1 Pioneer event. I've located the other Jace. Okay, let's do this. Let's go Nissa Storefront. Done. Let's make blue. What did I play in Pioneer? I played Boros Heroic, and it was, like, really, really good. I was surprised at how good it felt. I was hoping to hit an Analyst there. That is pretty cool that you can Nissa into Aftermath Analyst. 2, 4... I have 7 mana. What if I just do this? What if I go for the throat this and just dome them with Jace? I'm kind of into it. I'm going to do it. Everybody in chat, minus 15. Because now, if they play any spell that triggers Beanstalk, they just die to the Takenuma. And they know about the Takenuma, too. Right? So they just can't... They literally cannot play a single spell that triggers these. I don't know how they're winning. I think they're just 0%. Right? I'm not sure how they beat it. How they beat this. Sure, I'll loot. Yeah, I guess they could have main deck negate, but I don't know how likely that is. Yeah, Chase is just kind of broken, huh? Chase just solos them. Eee! E, thank you for the 39-month resub. Welcome back, E. 17 cards in deck. I'm just gonna do this now. Like, I don't see why not, right? Should have played Hedge Maze first, but whatever, who cares? Graveyard that. How many Takanumas do I have left in deck? I have one in play. One. A decent amount. Opponent has no library. Interesting. Interesting strat. What if they double Jace us? I don't think they don't usually have Jace main deck, right? Is Jace just the best card in the format? Turns out that Jace kinda busted. This song is gas. Absolutely gas. Alright, so Jace coming in. Discard spells coming in. Sweepers, go for the throat, cut downs out. We also don't have to board back down to 68. We can play more than 68, I think. I don't know. I'm assuming... This is kind of weird, right? Where, like, I'm guessing that CFT Sock played 68 for a reason, and I don't know if, like, during sideboarding, are you supposed to keep it at 68? Do you go up to 70? I don't know. Yeah, I could keep a couple sweepers. What do you want to cut instead, though? Did we cut our Atraxas, maybe? No, that seems kind of bad. Yeah, a couple of sweepers for Herd Migration could be okay. Cut Deluge, maybe? Like one Deluge. Cut the Urtai. No, I kind of like... Well, the Urtai's not that great against Cavern, right? Cut a Nissa. Could try that if we're going to keep in two sweepers. And then do we want another Boseiju instead of, like... Maybe the Hedge Maze cut for the Boseiju? I don't know if I want to cut spells for Boseiju. I kind of want to cut lands. Maybe trim more Deluges. Like this. Try that. Otawara is probably worse than Boseiju against them, because I don't want it, like, bouncing their binding doesn't accomplish that much. This is not a forest one. This gets swamp. This hand's pretty good if we can find a forest, though. I'm gonna try it. Or we could also not draw a forest. See ya. What does this one get? This one gets plains too, right? But I think I'd rather keep the Echoing Deeps in hand for if I find a green source, then I can go green source Nissa, then use this as a fetch land, so I'm going to do it that way. Scary hand over there. You think so? I'm not super worried about it. I mean, I guess if they hit land drops, maybe it could get awkward. Even flow. Because they're probably going to negate the Deluge. That is a lot of angels. Alright, green source acquired. So... I mean, they have double negate. I'm just going to play Nissa, obviously. This is pretty good against double negate. What's up, Fire Shoes? What's up, Jarvis? I didn't get to see Fire Shoes in Chicago. That's a good draw. They still have negate up. I'll play this first. No, that was stupid. Yeah, I should not have done that. Because if I had Broker Side out at first, I could have made 2 green, played the Analyst off of that, and then just left up the Deluge. Now I'm just going to main phase it, which was dumb. Yeah, this is just worse than what I was going to do. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, I didn't flood a green, so I can't cast that. Alright, we'll get a negate out of their hand. Oh, Or they could just not negate it. Okay. Didn't expect that. Yeah, they have two of them. I don't know why they wouldn't use at least one of them there. I guess they're just saving the negates for Jace. I guess. But now they're tapping out. Alright, so we currently have 3 fetches. So maybe we go 4th fetch Splendid, or 4th fetch Analyst Splendid. We can maybe try to kill them this turn. I guess we can't because we don't have a Takenuma in hand. Right? So no matter what, we probably can't kill them this turn. Because we would need Takenuma to mill to get back something. That's not bad. If you get a Gurk, well, we can't access the Gurk, right? Because we don't have a Takenuma in hand. That's the point. That, you know what I mean? I guess. Oh, we can Deluge. Sure, we can Deluge. If we can generate a shit ton of mana in the Deluge, yeah, that's fair. But I want to mill first, obviously. I'm gonna use this first, I think. Blue, blue. I gotta try and do this a little quickly. They gave me a nice. Thanks. Blue. Any nices? Any nices? We're gonna generate a lot of mana this turn. Yeah, I think we've gone through all of the fetchables, right? This has to be all the fetchables at this point. I'm pretty sure. There's no way we have fetchables left. It's not infinite yet. It's close, but it's not quite infinite. Yeah, okay, we're out of fetchables. So 5, 9, 11, 12 mana. So I can Deluge with 5 floating and still Analyst. Okay, there's the Gurk. But we don't have Takenuma, do we? Yeah, we didn't hit a Takenuma. So we're missing a Takenuma. I guess we can take Jace. Minus 15 myself. But I won't have enough to keep going this turn. Maybe that's fine, though. Yeah. We can just go next turn. I actually like that line. Just 15 myself. Because they're going to kill the Jace anyways. Alright, your turn. Now, I guess they're just going to hold up negates this turn, but it doesn't matter, right? Negates don't beat the combo. So we go here. We go... Echoing Deeps, copy... This. Doesn't really matter what we copy, because they're just going to the graveyard anyways. They didn't attack. No, they did not attack. This should be infinite. This should 100% be infinite. So I believe you want to copy the legendary lands once you get to this position. Keep these two. Trigger. There's 26 triggers on the stack, by the way. Green, blue. Now, this is the question. Will we time out? Will we time out? This deck is kind of gas. You bet yes I would time out? Yeah, I mean that's looking more likely at this point. Honestly, what you kind of want to do is you kind of want to mill you want to mill everything, because once you mill everything, you don't have to click decline on each of these hideout triggers. You know what I mean? Because if you have no cards in deck, you don't have to click decline. Yeah, we haven't seen the rope yet, which is good. I only have one Takanuma? I guess it doesn't matter too much. Just get back Takanuma then. Oh, I didn't have to do this. I have another analyst. Whatever, it's fine. I forgot that another analyst. Copy, copy. This. Triggers. Way too dank, way too dank, way too dank. Green, blue, green, blue. That's definitely a way too dank moment. Waiting. How do we win? Oh, you'll see. Maybe. Unless we time out. Then you won't see. How do you choose the color easily? You just click on it. There's a thing that my camera's over. It just gives you a color wheel to pick. But my camera's hiding it. You know what? You know what's really annoying? You can't spacebar the decline. I don't know why, but you can't spacebar decline. It's so annoying. How has the rope not shown up yet? It's kind of crazy, huh? I still only have one Takanuma. It's fine. Oh, forgot to play Slogurk first. Doesn't matter. I mean, we're infinite at this point, so it's irrelevant. It'll show up in about 3 minutes, yeah. Go. I gotta focus. Copy. Keep. Triggers. 32 triggers. Blue, green, blue, black. Yeah, I think that's what I should be doing, but I don't have time to think about that stuff. We just have to go really fast. We need to go fast as possible. Because we still have to click through these stupid land triggers. I think we'll be fine. This is going to be close, though. This is going to be very, very close. I'm curious as to when the rope shows up. Definitely in 2 minutes. And then it'll give me an extra 5 minutes, right? After that, I think. Auto order triggers? Yeah, possibly. Okay, now we have 2 Takanumas, so it's fine. I just want to mill my entire deck to make it a little bit smoother. Does this deck have flings? Nah. Well, I mean, Jace is kind of like a fling, right? Copy. Keep. Okay. Blue, green, black, blue, black, green, blue, black, blue, green, blue, black, green, black, blue. Okay, so this is not too bad. We're not that far off of killing them. The Dumoink Bug song? Yeah. Well, I think we just have lethal right now. Oh, fuck, the rope's up. Oh, no. No, not the rope. No, we're so close. We're so close. Yeah, I know, negate this. I know. They didn't negate it. No, come back. No. Okay. Oh, I still have a timeout. Oh, they scooped. Okay, cool. Let's go. I forgot that I had timeouts. Would I have been able to do it if they didn't scoop? That was my last timeout. It would have been close, right? This ain't slow, but I have Mortuary. I'll keep it. Try and find an Analyst. Graveyard lands, let's go. Restless Cottage. I guess I should have played Storefront that turn. Yeah, that was dumb. If they play a bat, I kind of want to go for the Throat the Bat. I do not want to go for the Throat that card. Okay, now we can play this. Get a Plains. Yeah, I know. You were. It was. Adam Wasmo was 9th, right? Jesse got 12th. I know that Adam and Jesse both missed on breakers. I still don't want to kill this thing. We'll just take 3. Or cast Deluge this turn, maybe. I guess I could have Splendid Wreck just for 2 that turn. And then if I draw a Drax, we can cast it. I kind of would rather cast Deluge, though. I could counter this. Counter this, next turn, Deeps, copy, land, Reclamation. I actually kind of like that. Because then I could just trade for the underdog. Kill it when they attack. Well, no, if I kill it when they attack, they get the map token out of it, so it just gives them a free map token, right? So this gets Swamp. And then we wreck. What do I want the Deeps to copy? I guess the other Storefront. I'm running out of targets for that, though. I only have 3 Swamps left, I think. 2 Swamps. I have no more targets for Storefront now, which is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. That's one thing that I found pretty awkward is like when you draw too many of the same SNC land. If like in this instance, for example, we didn't draw an SNC land that finds green, and we have more forest than any other basic, so like your mana does get a little awkward when you don't draw the green SNC land. Oh well. I mean, I guess you can just draw that card. That works too, I guess. Sorcery, Planeswalker, land, creature, instant, artifact. Cool deck. I have to discard 3 cards? What if I don't want to? Just a casual 6. I mean, I'd rather not discard cards. They have a land in the graveyard? They don't. I don't really want to play a Takenuma. I'm just not going to copy anything with it. And discard... this was just worse than discarding Takenuma. I could have just played the second Takenuma and discarded this. It's the same thing, but I just have an extra black source in play. Okay. I got more where that came from. It turns out we're just a mid-range deck, huh? Mid-range deck all along. Okay, what do we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10 mana potentially. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Celeste Sus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go Jace. Uptick on Dread Knight. And then play Takenuma Hold Up Deluge. Oh, I meant to do a Gamba for whether or not we're going to time out this game. We'll just do timeouts for every match. We'll do another Gamba. You're even getting like pretty good odds because we've already gone through this amount of time in the game, and it's not likely that we're probably just going to win this game by casting Attrax, honestly. So we're probably not even going to have to combo this game. So it's kind of a free gamble, honestly. Getting pretty good odds on it. Flashback dog. The dog. We were able to successfully combo the first time we tried it, the first match chaos, which I was kind of surprised with, but we were able to do it. Yeah, fine. Jace takes 3. How many lands are in my graveyard? 1, 2, 3. Not a lot. I'm still taking these 2 for sure. Can you not turn animations off? You can. I don't want to, though. I like animations. You misread the poll? No. Come on. Come on, Panda. You know what I'm now realizing? I only have 2 green sources. So I can't go Analyst, Nissa, and Crack. Can mill myself for 9. Yeah, but I still can't Analyst, Nissa, and Crack Analyst. Because I only have 2 green. I'm just going to guess Drexel. Just go Nissa land. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I could have done that. Whatever. I'll maybe do it next turn. I think we're fine. I think we'll be alright. Sure. I accept. Okay. Gurk. Takenuma. Wreck. And Deluge. Let me go this. Mill 3. Plus here. Play... No. Hold Takenuma. I'm just going to discard both of them. No, I need to keep 1 for a second green source. Discard Deluge. So now I can go Nissa, Takenuma, get a green source. Yeah, then I can do that. I guess not if they kill the Analyst, right? It's kind of annoying. Because they're probably going to eat the Takenuma. They're eating the Urtai? Okay. They must not know what's going on here. Urtai, that's fine, I accept. They lack the critical information. They are unaware, folks. Do I have vegetables? I have forest, right? Yeah, I have forest. Ooh, no, I have hedge maze. That's better. Graveyard. I think we should have enough now. What is going on here? You think I know? I'm just the guy, you know. Yeah, they should be dead this turn. Been down. We just gotta play fast. Nissa. As long as we play fast, we should be fine. Green. Doo-doo. Gurk. Wrong order, but it's fine. Copy. Keep. Whoo, triggers. Green. Green. Blue. Blue. Black. Green. Blue. That's 8, right? So we're a little short, I think. But we should have enough to just loop, like... Just loop Aftermath Analyst a couple times till we find the lands we need to go infinite. Oh, whoops. I'm so used to clicking decline, I forgot to get my forest. Shit. This. Use Jace to self-mill. I should, but... I definitely should be doing that. I'm just trying to play fast, because I don't want to run out of time. because that's the only way I'm going to lose this if I run out of time. Keep. I have to scroll through my lands to figure out which one to keep. Jesus Christ. Should have graveyarded that. Whatever, it's fine. Blue, green. Are we having fun yet, chat? I'm having fun. I don't know if my opponent is. Yeah, scrolling through lands for Legend Rule. Jesus. Soulless Jailer would stop the combo. Read me the text on Soulless Jailer. I made white. Whoops. Doesn't matter. How much would we have to pull together for you to play a league of this on mobile? I don't think it's remotely possible. My phone would probably just incinerate. My phone would combustibly explode. Did you have fun this match? I sure did. I don't know if my opponent did, but I definitely did. I probably don't even have to go through one more analyst loop, but I'm going to. Yeah, I think I just had enough to kill them without going through analyst again, but it's fine. Talking about Jace ourselves to save time was right. Maybe, yeah. I'm just trying to do things very, very quickly without thinking too much, because, again, the only way I'm going to lose is if I time out. You know what I mean? This is the most frustrating part, is you have to click decline on every single one of these. This shit sucks. Even though you have no targets. Save time, you can just play one of the Fling Adventure Creature and just fling Slogurk. Yeah, which I guess you can just, like, mill over and then get it back with Takenuma. That's fair, yeah. I have 2 timeouts. I should be fine with 2 timeouts. Yeah, let's just go, Jace. Alright, Jace. Done. Worst case, I can always Splendid Wreck back. Cards in deck, they have 40. I think I might have to go through one more loop because I'm short on mana. Yeah, I think I have to go through one more loop because I only have 7 mana left over. Yeah, we have to wreck one more time. It's fine. Oh, God. I had to scroll through the lands to figure out which one to keep. God damn it. That shit is annoying as hell. Green, green, blue, blue. Yeah, I guess I could have paid Phyrexian because I didn't need to do the whole 15. It's probably true. I mean, this is still fine, right? I haven't roped yet, and I still have 2 timeouts, and I only have to Jace one more time. I should be fine. And now I don't have to click decline because I have no library. That is nice about the outlooks, is once you have no cards in library, you no longer have to click decline on each of them, which is good. I mean, this is the second time we've been forced to combo off, and we're gonna be able to do it both times. Nah, it's fine. We only have to Jace one more time. I'm not worried about it. Bounce. Takenuma. Jace. I want to try and kill them without using the timeout. Can I do it? Ah, so close. So close. All right, go. Your turn. I was very close to being able to kill them without using a timeout. So close. So close. This is cursed. It is pretty cursed, yeah. It's also kind of broken, right? This deck feels really fucked up. It just feels like it's doing something that the format is not prepared to attack. At least yet. It feels like nobody's really adapted to this. Because I think in order to beat this deck, you really have to go super heavy on graveyard hate. Like, I'm talking stuff like Soul Guide Lantern, Unlicensed Hearse, that kind of stuff, and people just aren't playing those cards, you know? But, if this deck picks up in popularity, people will adjust and start playing more graveyard hate. And once the combo starts, Hearst might not even do it. Yeah, it kind of depends on when you draw the Hearst and how stocked their graveyard already is. Like, if you Hearst on turn 2, it's pretty hard for them to beat that because you just always get all of their sack lands. And if you just keep exiling the sack lands, then they can't actually combo at that point. So I don't know. Yeah, Jailer's good too. Alright, what do we sideboard against the gold garbage? What if we just didn't sideboard? I don't know what they're boarding in. Are we cold to Urtai if we mill ourselves out? How would we be cold to Urtai? Shit, Mastermind can make us draw. That's funny. If we mill ourselves out, I'm just gonna run it back. I don't even know what I'd want to sideboard. Maybe another Urtai. Yeah, the force draw. Because Urtai can. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, not necessarily. You can play around that because there's an Urtai of your own, so you can actually just Urtai their Urtai, and you can like keep a Takaduma in your hand to make sure that you always have like you generate infinite mana, so you get to a point where you can eventually just keep a Takaduma in hand. If they go to Urtai, you just go channel Takaduma, get your own Urtai back, and then Urtai their Urtai. I think that was the theory behind the one Urtai in the main. No, you don't need the full 12 fetches. Do I want to play Analyst here? I kind of don't. I'm just going to play this. You don't need 12 fetches, but what you do need is 12 lands that come back from the graveyard and go into the graveyard in some fashion or another. And that's kind of where Echoing Deeps comes in, where if you Echoing Deeps a legendary land in your graveyard, that counts as one of the 12 lands. So you need 12 lands total, but you don't need all 12 fetches. Just a combination of 12 like Echoing Deeps or other legendary lands that are, leaving and coming back, etc. Preacher is a little annoying. Not sure what I want to do this turn. I almost just want to go Jace, pay 2 life, plus on Preacher. Oh no, because that gets them lower. I don't want to do that. Never mind. Because that would get me lower than they draw a card. I guess I could just go Analyst Tapland. No. You know what? Okay, let's just play Celestis. Because next turn I can, like, pop off a little bit. Or I go Nissa, Fetchland, Analyst. Yeah, that wouldn't be great if they blitz either. That's annoying as shit. Okay. Go to 17. So 3 Nissa. Hideout, Crack Fetch. I can go Nissa Slogurk. Nissa Slogurk is not a bad turn. And that leaves me with Analyst and Reclamation in hand. Yeah, I don't hate that. We'll do that. Make green. Sack this, get a Plains in case we draw a Traxa. Make blue. And just hope that nothing bad happens. It's not the end of the world. I kind of don't want to put I kind of don't want to put these in my hand though, right? Well, that's not true. I can put one of these in my hand and then just play it before I Splendid Wreck. So I guess I'll get this one. Maybe it's better to get Deeps there. It's kind of the same thing. Do they have another removal spell? I could Jace myself. Yeah, I guess I could Jace myself too. Take 6. Probably have to chump block next turn. Chase yourself now. Alright, draw turn. Banger? Not quite. So, 5 mana. Okay, let's go hideout. Hideout, make green. Sack this. They're getting a priority window. I don't know if that means they have a go for the throat, but if they had go for the throat, surely they would have killed Nissa by now, right? There's no way they wouldn't kill Nissa. Oh, you know what? They're probably waiting to kill Nissa until I sack the analyst. Can I play around that, though? I don't know that I can. I just don't think I can. Maybe a cut down? Yeah, it could be a cut down, I guess. I'm just gonna go for it. I think I need to try to kill them this turn. I have to get pretty lucky, though. Oh, I see. I guess I just let that go and then cast Splendid Wreck. Yeah, I think I let that go. Because I have the Wreck. And then I want these to copy Brokers. Okay. Because I have more targets for Brokers. So green, blue, black. Make 2 green, 2 blue, and a black. We're going to get 4 more mana anyways. Okay. That, make blue. This is going to be close. Get black. Make green. Well, it's not deterministic yet, I don't think. Because we don't have the Slogurk. Oh, but we can Takenuma back the Slogurk, right? So now we go second analyst. So do we Takenuma back? No, I don't have enough to do that, right? Just do this. Could have Jace myself first. It was probably better to Jace myself first, right? I think. Because I could have just milled over more lands. Yeah, it definitely was better to Jace myself first. I think I still might have enough to do that, though. Right? I think I still might have enough to do that. Are we out of basics? I think that's my last basic. Yeah, that is my last basic. Okay, so Takenuma. 3, 6, 8. Oh shit, I don't have enough mana. Yeah, I don't have enough mana to do this, do I? I guess I can Jace for life, right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I can Jace for life. You can type exclamation point deck. It should get you the deck list. Draw cards. No, I just want to mill myself for 9 for the analyst. You needed a Slogurk there. Well, I can Deluge for Slogurk, right? But maybe it's not enough. Yeah, I'd see. The thing is, I didn't have enough mana. If I got Slogurk back, I would have been short mana. But I also think this might not be enough mana. I could have maybe played another Nissa at some point. Maybe that was the play. God, this deck is so hard to play. It's extremely complicated. Decline. I think you're right, though. I needed a Slogurk at some point. I don't know if I had an opportunity to get a Slogurk with enough mana left over to Slogurk and Analyst. I feel like I was short, but just gonna do this. I mean, I don't think we're in that bad of a spot. Okay. Well, this might actually still be enough. I might still have enough to kill them. Because I could just cast another Deluge. I still might have enough mana to kill them, which is kind of funny. Now, the question is, do I have enough clock to kill them? That, probably not, but I almost certainly don't have enough clock. The clock is our biggest enemy with this deck, honestly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess we can just Analyst again. Instead of Deluge. Alright. Okay, well, okay, now we're gonna have to pass. Choose the legendary... Oh my god, we have to scroll to find the legendary lands. Alright, we're gonna have to pass. I just want to have enough to cast Deluge before we pass. And I have one timeout, so I should have enough time to cast Deluge. One Takenuma left in deck. Yeah, it should be fine. Hold full control. Oh, because then I could just cast the Deluge now. Yeah, I gotcha. Atraxa and Terror Tide, just in case something bad happens. Yeah, we also have plenty of life, so it's not like we're dying next turn. I could even just cast the Terror Tide now. Which I will do, right? Might as well. Alright, your turn. I'll kill you next turn. Did I have enough to cast the other Deluge? I don't know if I did. Maybe I did. Cards in deck? I have 14. Should be plenty. I had 7 floating. Is that better than casting the Terror Tide, though, to kill the Shieldred? I don't know. It's pretty close. It's kind of the same thing, right? They fell asleep. Yeah, you know they're not here right now. They definitely logged off. Now the question is, does that count as timing out? Because they timed out? I don't think it does. To get McDonald's. They went to do something else. I see how this deck wins. You've had a lot of Ropers lately. Are you playing this deck? I mean, this deck does take a lot of game actions. I can understand why people don't want to, like, sit through it. I get it. But you can also just concede if you don't want to sit through it, you know? What in the world is this deck? This is the single greatest deck of all time. That's what this deck is. I have not tried to make Boros Heroic work in Standard now. Explain further? You'll see. Maybe. I mean, at this point, since they're not here, I'm just going to cast the Traxa. You still have to... Oh, there's the other Takenuma. So, I have Lethal. Do I want to kill them? Or do I just want to pass? I guess we could try to kill them. We'll try to kill them. It's fine. I guess we can try to kill them. Only 20 triggers, man. That's not enough. How about attacking twice? Yeah, I could probably just do that, too. I feel like you would like this deck, Rob. This is entirely up your alley. Well, actually, no, this doesn't work, right? Because we can Takenuma back the Slogurk, but then... Oh, I needed to put the Slogurk into play before I did the Splendid Wreck. I fucked this up. I did fuck this up. Yeah, we did. I did mess up. Do I have a Slogurk left? That works, right? Because I can Otawara the Slogurk to trigger it. So this gets back Gurk. Play Gurk. I guess I don't have enough mana. Go Takenuma. 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 So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't have enough mana. Whatever. I mean, they're F6'd anyways. They're gone. And I still have 2 cards in library, so I'll just pass. I'll just pass to them. Decline. They left anyway, so it's fine. I can always kill them next turn if I need to. But I think if they pass again with timing out, they're just going to concede the match. So it should be all right. But yeah, for those of you who are just tuning in and are not familiar with the combo, what you do is you are looping Slogurk, Takanuma, and Aftermath Analyst with a Nissan play. So every time you go through the Analyst loop, you generate enough mana to keep going. It's effectively infinite. And then once you have infinite mana, you kill them by looping Takanuma, Slogurk, and Jace to just mill them out. Yeah, imagine they come back 15 minutes later. I'm just still over here taking game actions, haven't killed them yet. This kind of feels like eggs. Does that track? I'm getting some eggs vibes. All right, cool. Head explosion. Yeah, also could just attack them with a giant Slogurk. I feel like I've had 6 lands Splendid Wreck quite a bit. This is like the 3rd time. I want to see how many cards they're playing. Okay, not a mirror match. I'm gonna keep this. I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna keep this. Graveyard. Did I just keep 6 lands Splendid Wreck? You bet your ass I did. Yeah, I'm playing unranked. So the reason I'm playing unranked is I wasn't sure if we were going to actually be able to execute the combo, so I wanted to start playing unranked to see, in like those events. I'm in an event right now, basically. The traditional standard event is what it's called, I think. And I wanted to start with these because I wasn't sure if we were going to actually be able to, execute our combos. But we've played 2 matches, and we have not timed out yet, so... Yeah, it's a league. You play 5 matches. You get prizes awarded based on how many wins / not wins you get. I guess it's Gurk time. Any Gurks? Any Gurks? Who up Gurkin they slime? Anyone up Gurkin they slime? How high is my rank? It tanked a lot. When I left for Chicago, it was 170. And I checked this morning, I think it was like 265 or something. So I lost like 100 spots. But I want to try to stay in the 250 range for before the end of the season. Yeah, just the old minus 100, average. It's against TOS. Is Gurking against TOS? Asking for a friend. The next qualifier is Alchemy? Oh, so I shouldn't even waste my time then, is what you're saying. We're pretty dead, aren't we? Pretty dead, yeah. Pretty dead. Yeah, it is free gems, I guess. Yeah, Mikey, thank you for the 11-month resub. What would you like to hear? I'll say yes or no based on the vibes, whether or not I want to listen to it or not. This deck seems pretty hard to win with in ladder. Why do you say that? Just like time constraints? You added a couple of kittens? A couple of kittens to what? Seems meta-specific? Yeah, kind of. In a way it is. Surely they don't have a counterspell, right? I think he would get obliterated in alchemy. Okay, so explain to me what is alchemy. I don't even know like what it consists of. People were telling me that it's just like standard with some fancy cards. Is that accurate? Yeah, standard with alchemy cards. And the Lord of the Rings set? Oh, okay. Right, okay. Of course the Lord of the Rings set's in there too. Why wouldn't it be? I should have assumed that. I don't have any spells in my hand, by the way. It's 2-year standard. Oh, so it's not like normal standard. So it's basically what standard should be then, right? If it's 2-year standard. Colby, thank you for the 12-month resub. Thank you for that 1 year. Appreciate that, Colby. Thank you for the sub. You sent a song. Gotcha. All the things I can do with that. The song is good vibes. DMU forward plus LOTR and Alchemy 30-card add-on sets. Okay, so it's a lot different from Timeless. I was thinking like how different it would be from Timeless, but it seems like it's a lot different. But it's including the nerfs, right? Because didn't they nerf Bowmasters, where it just doesn't have an ability on ETB? Yeah. And I think they nerfed the ring too, to where it has you have to pay mana to activate it, I think. All right. Turns out keeping 6 land Splendid Wreck, not that great of an idea. Does the stack only play lands? Good question. Good question. The answer to your question is yes. It does, in fact, only play lands. Never going to be worried about casting my spells. Cutdown is so weird against them. Because it's like kind of good against Mentor, kind of good against Shredder if they don't trigger it. It's weird. Talking to you. There's a lot of deluges for this matchup. I'm going to do this. Well, they're not mono blue. They're the blue-white Mentor deck. But yeah, this matchup also seems kind of tough. Especially post-board when they get the counter spells. I'm going to keep this. We have a lot of lands in our deck. Never heard the logic of 68 cards. Okay, so from my understanding, at least the way that I've like kind of conceptualized this, where you need to play 12 of these, you need to play 12 of these SNC sack lands to let me think about this real quick. I'm trying to figure out what I want to play. I'm going to play this turn, I think. But because you have to play 12 of the SNC sack lands, your mana gets really awkward in the sense of you don't have enough like physical lands to be able to play 12 of the sack lands and enough basics to be able to get off of the sack lands. So the concept behind playing more than 60 cards in a deck like this is just to fit the number of fetch lands plus fetchables that you need to get into the deck. Yeah, you just because of the cards that you're playing, you just need more deck space, is the best way to put it. This is really awkward. I don't have a black source. Drew the wrong fetch land, I guess. You can get a black source next turn. Order pizza, chicken wings, or Chinese takeout. My vote for that would be, I don't know. I'd probably go pizza. I'm a big pizza guy. Yeah, they also probably have protection spell. Not that there's really anything I could do about that. I just have to go for it now. At least if they have a protection spell, I want to make them use it now before I have, you know what I mean? If I hit 3 lands and then have a big Terror Tide next turn, I want them to phase out now before they have, when they only have 1 thing in play. Or, they phase out now, next turn they would have 2 things in play, then I could use this, but... We also only have 2 lands in the graveyard? That's kind of awkward. Yeah, only 2 permanents for this, or for the Terror Tide. Can Jace ourself, I guess. Probably don't have time to Jace ourself. How was Lou Malnati's? It was good. I mean, Dave was telling me it wasn't as good as Pequods. But again, we couldn't go to Pequods because they were just so far booked out on that Sunday. That was kind of crazy. Like, Sunday on a Sunday at 3 p.m. the restaurant was already booked. The only available reservation they had left was 10 p.m., which is insane on like on a Sunday when we called at 3 p.m. Kind of wild. Yeah. Cuz we wanted to go to Pequot's on Sunday. It's always like that. Really? I mean, it's probably for good reason, right? I would assume. I don't know what to do. Probably concede. Can go Jace uptick. Hope they miss on spells, I guess. A little bit, Malnati's was good, though. Malnati's was very good. Yeah, I guess we just have to go Jace uptick. It's probably not good enough, though. Did do a counterspell. Didge. Seems like a tough matchup. All right, well, what do we bet on the prediction? Because we didn't time out technically, right? All right, well, I mean, we didn't time out. We just got blasted. So I don't have green mana. I have blue, blue, black, black. Ship that. So this is green, black, blue, blue. I guess I keep this. I don't know, man. These hands do not look very good. Go green first. Some of these hands, chat. Some of these hands. I'd say we're about even in Edison games. Yeah, no, I'm learning. All right, I'm getting better. I have second black. Second black is nice for the Terror Tide. Mikey and I played a lot of Edison this weekend. That's our blue-white control matchup. I would imagine fine. Although, game one is probably a little sus to me of these cards. Ted's the bad guy. Why would they say nice? Nice, you played a spell into my counter spell. What do you want me to do? Not play a spell? I don't know what's so nice about that. Nice. Nice, you cast spells. Nice Field of Ruin. Sure. Celestis down. I'm gonna main phase this. How many lands in the graveyard? 2. Take Nissa Analyst. I do kind of need a second green source, though. But if they field my Otawara, I can just get a second green source that way. I think getting these are more important than getting the Slogurk. I don't know, I could see that. Fetch Pulse Analyst. Well, the thing about Fetch Pulse Analyst is, yeah, I guess I could just, like, play the fetch, pass, turn after Analyst sack it. Maybe that would have been good. What are they doing? What? How is this your play? Their hand must be all lands, right, if they're doing that? Okay. Ooh, now do I have enough? So, Nissa, 2 left over. Deep's copy fetch. That gets me 4 mana. You know what? Okay, let's do this. I think I'm not going to play the Nissa yet. And I'm also not going to play the Analyst. Yeah, I'm just going to play nothing this turn, because I don't want them to kill either of these before I get to use them, if that makes sense. So we'll do this. Yeah, I didn't update the combo command. If we have a mod that wants to update it, that's fine. I mean, I guess you could put whatever on there if a mod wants to update the combo command. There's not, like, a ton to it. It's basically just... I mean, the combo is really just what? Like, I guess you would put Nissa, Slogurk, Analyst, Takenuma. That's the combo. Can mod me? Absolutely not. That's going to be a no from me, dog. You can save up points. I probably should mod Fire Shoes, if Fire Shoes is still here. I mean, even if he's not, I'll still mod him either way. / mod Fire Shoes. VIP me? I can add you as a VIP if you want instead. It's up to you. I get green. No. Yeah, I get green. Do I have to do / VIP? That's not how you spell Fire Shoes. Oh, I have to unmod first. Alright, / unmod / VIP. There we go. Fire Shoes got that sweet, sweet VIP badge now. I have a question. How do we cast the Traxa? We have a Plane Center deck. There's one basic plains that we can fetch off of the plains fetch lands. So now I guess I just don't sack now. And I play Nissa first. I guess this Nissa's probably not resolving. Yeah, Nissa makes mana too. You can also get white mana off Nissa. But we do have one plains that we can fetch. Okay, I'll do this. Let's make blue. This, get plains. Make green. Okay. Alright, I mean, I'll sack it now. I guess they could just kill Nissa in response. They did not. Do I copy their anchorage? How many basics do I have left to fetch? Not a lot, right? I have 8 in play. How many total basics do I have? Let me look at my deck list. I forgot how many basics. So basics, we have 5, 8, 9, 12. And I have 8, so I only have 4 basics left. And I'm already getting back 4 fetch lands. So there's no point in copying a fetch land. I think I'm going to get the anchorage. Keep this. And then we should have enough mana to play Deluge this turn. Why does it let you select theirs? Because that's what Echoing Deeps does. Echoing Deeps, you can pick their lands, right? I think you can. Yeah, it says A graveyard. Get a lot of mana. I'm not really sure what we're doing with all this mana, because they're just going to counter my Deluge. As long as gas. Alright, we no longer have fetchable basics. No more basics. I cast Deluge. We could pay for Normalize. We could pay for 2 Normalize, actually. Okay. How much mana do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 mana left. So we take, what, Deluge, Atraxa, and just cast another... No, we don't cast another Deluge, because that just gets countered. I think we take Deluge, Atraxa. And just pass. Yeah, we're vibing. I don't want to cast another Deluge into Normalize, because we can just play our Normalize for the rest of the game. Five, 8, 11, 14 mana. So 14 mana, 7. We can still pay for double Normalize. I'll cast that. This is why Normalize kind of sucks. Sorcery. And I'm gonna take the Otawara. Instant creature artifact. 7 mana left. Go Celestis. Cast, discard Terratide. I don't even want to attack with Nissa because it just lets them Emperor it. Well, I mean, they use the first Normalize. Um, they used the first Normalize on... What did he play on Curve? He played Slogurk. They used the first Normalize on that, so... I mean, it was like... It made sense at the time. Now we're just kind of vibing, though. Sure. Okay, you know what I might do now? I might actually let them normalize the Deluge, because I think we have lethal. Because there's a Slogurk in the graveyard, and we have a Takenuma in hand. Well, I guess we have a Slogurk in hand, too, so... I think I will let them normalize the Deluge this turn, because I don't care if they counter it. They're just dead. I think they're dead. I guess we may not have enough lands in the graveyard to kill them. It might be a little short on lands in the graveyard. Because right now we only have 5. It's going to be a little tight. Slogurk first. Hedge Maze here. Okay, that's nice. And then we go make black, channel Takenuma. Okay, that should be enough. Get back Analyst, trigger Slogurk, play Analyst, sack Analyst. Yeah, this should be more than enough now. Easy clap. Keep this. Keep this. Done. We have no more fetchables, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, this is like easy lethal. Well, easy lethal if we don't time out. Right? Easy lethal if we don't time out. Chad, do you think we're going to time out? Yes or no? Time out. Will we time out this game? No, I think we'll be fine. We have 3 timeouts. Yeah, this should be fine. With 3 timeouts, it's pretty easy. Yeah, it also has not been long anyways. The combo doesn't take that long, really. Like, once you get down the motions and, like, you know in what order to do things in, it really doesn't take that long, which is nice. Yeah, I probably should turn on auto order triggers. I probably should do that. But, I mean, that takes time, too. It's fine. It's only an extra space. It's not that bad. This is honestly the part that takes the longest, where I have to click on the lands to keep. How many Capenna fetches? So you need 12 lands returning from the graveyard. They don't have to all be Capenna fetches. For example, if you have legendary lands, those count because they go to the graveyard and then come back. So it's just a total of 12 lands, which, as you can see, we have exactly enough. But yeah, it's a combination of Capenna fetches. Echoing Deeps also work because you can Echoing Deeps a legendary land, and then that goes to the graveyard, get it back, etc., etc. That is correct, Sonalberry, yeah. Takenuma. Those back, play this, channel this. Alright, I'm gonna get back Jace and kind of show them what's going on here. And maybe they'll figure it out. Let's see if they've figured it out yet. I will copy Takanuma. Yeah, I mean, Hearse is pretty good. The thing about Hearse is you kind of need it early on in the combo, because if you draw Hearse too late, they're already going to have enough stuff in the graveyard to kind of play through it. But if you have Hearse early on, it's quite good, because then you can eat all of their lands early, and you can get every single land they play from now on. But you kind of need it early on, or else it's not going to be good enough. I was thinking of something like Soul Guide Lantern. If I was playing Graveyard Hate against this deck, I think I'd rather play Lantern. Because Lantern also replaces itself, and it's cheaper. Frillback is good too, yeah. The thing about Frillback, though, is, like, there's some weird timing restrictions because it's sorcery speed. So that's kind of why I was thinking Lantern instead. Yeah, Flanker is good, because Flanker has Flash. Lantern isn't standard. I don't remember which set it's in, but I know it's in standard. Yeah, I guess you're right, Kaya. It's all drain. Masahawk. Alright, have they figured it out yet? Have they figured it out yet? Submit to. I play Slogurk. I channel. I feel like they have not figured it out yet, but... Are we Gherkin? Oh, we're Gherkin, alright. Oh, we're Gherkin. Yeah, I guess milling myself with Jace would have sped it up a little bit, so... Whatever, I'm just gonna copy this, I don't care. It doesn't matter. This... Done. 29 triggers. Should have graveyarded that. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, we might actually time out now. Hold on. I didn't realize the rope was that close. No. I have 2 minutes. Yeah, I know, but it's gonna be close. Full control deluge? Why would I deluge? I'm going so fast right now. I'm going so fast. Takaduba. Get back, Jace. Play Jace. Go. Minus X. How many cards are in the library? 26. Oh, we have time. We have time. I only need to do this one more time. Yeah, we're chilling. I only have to Jace one more time. This is totally fine. Yeah, we got there. Whew. God damn, man. They got me on the ropes, literally. I gotta collect myself after that one. Not even remotely close, honestly. Yeah, this is probably a lot easier to play in paper. You can explain to your opponent once you have the loop going. Online, it's kind of a nightmare, but... Alright, Duress, Dreams, Jace, Beseju, Urtai. Cut down. We definitely don't want the sweepers here. All the sweepers out. I have to cut 3 more cards. What 3 cards do we cut here? We don't need no... Splendid Reclamation. Spell Skittles, thank you for the 31-month resub. Did I tell you guys that I met Fletcher's Johnson in Chicago? It was kind of dope. I don't want to cut any of these cards. It's a real person? Yeah, the clip was from me commentating on a match of Fletcher Johnson. That's where it came from. I guess people don't realize that, yeah. All in all, you're just another analyst in the graveyard. Alright, I'm going to submit 71. It's perfect. Did you correct his old border card take? No, I fucking forgot about that. I should have, though. We need to have a stern talking about Fletcher Johnson and his take on hating old border cards. Just a clean 71. A clean 71. This guitar solo goes hard. Why is my Twitch inspector acting weird? The stream's not dying, is it? You would let me know if the stream was dying, right? No, I think we're good. This hand's kind of sus. Is this ranked? No, we're playing the we're playing Arena's version of Moto Leagues, basically. Honestly, this is part of the video. We're gonna be making a video out of this, and it's gonna be the longest video I've ever made for YouTube. I don't know if I should keep this. We don't have black mana for Urtai. This hand sucks. I mean, I guess we keep this. I don't know. 2-hour video? No, it's gonna be 2-hour video just for the intro and round 1. The whole video is gonna be the entire video is like at least 6 hours. So we have to go black on 1 and then blue on 2, right? So black here, blue here. I think that's how we do it. So this hits artifact or creature. So I guess we duress first. Because I want to take their counterspell. What the deuce? $23. My Dreams has no targets. It's not good. What does Dreams hit in their deck? You know? I'll get back to you. Yeah, we're pre-boarding for their 15-card Angel sideboard. That's what's happening. It hits their Ezrim. Get marched. +2. Easy draw 2. Easiest draw 2 in my life. Alright, kind of wish I didn't draw 2. Planes. Walked away from me. I mean, I kind of need Island, though, for Deluge, right? This is hell awkward. Oh, we got a target. Let's go. Target acquired. Let's go. Do we get Island or Plains here? I think Island. I feel like I'm more likely to cast... Yeah, I'm more likely to cast Deluge next turn. I mean, I'm probably just going to go Outlook, get a Forest, Splendid Wreck, and then get a Plains off that, then play a Trax the next turn. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, +2 more lands. It is nice that we're not giving them targets for Field of Ruin. That's kind of cool. The anti-Field of Ruin deck. So Forest off this, Plains off this. That is Atraxa mana. Yeah, this deck just randomly gains a shit ton of life. People were asking earlier how the aggressive matchups were, and I actually think they're fine just because you go through so many of these. In an average game, you're going through like 6 to 10 of these, you know, in the early turns with Splendid Rex and Analyst and stuff. So I kind of wish we had a random Cavern in the deck somewhere, like maybe in the sideboard, just for spots like this. This is a draft mana base. Yeah. Just like a random ass Cavern would be super cool here. Because you can also... What's nice about Cavern is you can mill it over early and then just get it back with Splendid Wreck. So you don't even have to draw it, you know? You just get it. Oh, right. This got exiled. Fucking Nomoralize, man. Go? Nah, I think I play one Takenuma. This. Think so. Feels kind of bad though. I'm not sure. Yeah, Fletcher's Johnson would play one Cavern. Just a miser's Cavern. Fuck. Should have countered that one. God damn it. We were just talking about this too. Deluged in response. Yeah, I could have. I mean, I could have deluged instead of playing the Urtai. Is that card solo our deck? Yes. We're just gonna go beatdowns. Urtai beatdowns. This is what we like to call Plan B. Yep. That's what the steel and oil's for. Oh, right. We boarded in the steel and oil to take their hearses. I'm with you. Yeah, I gotcha. Pre-boarded, some would say. They can field me if they want. If they field me, I get a third blue, and then if we draw another blue source, we can play double deluge. Yeah, we can also just drop a Seichu. Some slap lands. What exactly is a slap land? I'm not familiar with that term. Is that like a land that you just just a light pat? This sucks. They're just gonna exile the deluge. It's gonna happen anyways. Oh, creature lands maybe. All right, Beseiju located. I think it's Beseiju Slogurk. Okay, I don't know why they didn't hearse there, but I'll take it. I was like, I didn't want to give them priority back because they would have just used the hearse. And now I'm just gonna chill. Sure, like that's fine. I don't care too much about that. So respond to this, Beseiju the hearse, make them use the hearse, then I can deluge. The deluges are kind of nice at fighting through their counter spells and such. It just makes them use multiple spells on it, I mean, they're gonna no moralize this. Yeah, sure, whatever. Still have 5 cards in hand. Just kind of annoying. And we're down 3 S&C lands. It's kind of an issue. Well, it's going to be an issue if we eventually go for the combo, which we might not. Like, this might just be a Slogurk value game. Not sure. We'll see how it plays out. Okay. Yeah, that's true. The Gurk might just kill them. Dirty little secret. I mean, bro, I got enough deluges. I have enough of them things. Wish I had one more blue so I could go Slogurk, hold up deluge. I guess we can go Analyst, hold up deluge. Sure. Okay. Alright, go. Scoop now so we have time for game 3. No, this is fine. This is fine. I mean, I guess we do have 11 minutes, but I'm not too worried about it. The combo really doesn't take super... I mean, what's the combo take? Like 5 minutes? If we end up comboing, I guess. If we end up trying to win a non-combo game, it could take a little bit longer. It is half our clock, yeah. Oh, I did not mean to click there. I meant to cast the Delusion step. Just going too fast. Okay. Spider-Man meme. Who is Benton Madden? I think you mean Benton Madsen. Trying to think if I want to concede now. Could take like a draw step or two. I don't know. Our man is so awkward this game. Who has to know? I'll sack it. Yeah, we do kind of need the clock. Maybe I can burn some of their clock. How many deluges have they cast? This is their third one. I've gone through. I've also drawn three, to be fair. I'm just gonna try to cast spells very quickly. Maybe should have Urtide there. They do have 7 cards in hand. This might be a go next angle. Yeah, you know what? It probably is. With 10 minutes on the clock, it probably is a go next angle. I'm gonna cut these stupid dreams though. They only have one good target. Oh right, yeah, Urtai gets shut off by the stupid Thrall. I mean, I don't think Thrall is that good against us. It really only shuts off Urtai, right? Sure, I guess it stops the mill off of Analyst, but we still get the sack ability, so I don't think I care that much about Thrall. Like, enough to bring in Cut Down. How many PT quals? I've qualified for 4 Pro Tours. I've played 4, well, technically 3 Pro Tours and 1 Arena Championship, which I don't know if you want to count that as a Pro Tour, but maybe you do, maybe you don't. But it's 3 Paper Pro Tours and 1 Arena. My highest finish was PT Dragons of Tarkir, and I got 42nd, I think. Something along those lines. I'm gonna play the Celestis first. Yeah, 42nd. It was either somewhere between 42nd and 50th. It was somewhere around there. It was my best finish. Ooh, they miss on their. Oh my god, did they keep a 2-lander and miss? Oh, they didn't miss. You know for a fact they kept the 2-lander though. All right, give me a fetch land, please. I want a fetch land so bad, because then I can go Nisso Slogurk. Fetch land. Discard Deeps? No, discard this. I think. Fetch land. Fuck. Oh wait, I don't need a fetch land. What am I saying? I could still do both, right? Yeah, I don't need a fetch land. Just like, I don't know how to count. Apparently, I don't know how to count. I'm gonna do this and just have it enter the battlefield untapped. So, unless they have exactly depopulate, we're kind of vibing. Yeah, that's true. Fetch lane probably gives me an analyst there. I'm gonna discard the deluge because we can just flash it back. But if they don't go land depopulate here, we're just gonna be able to like go beatdown play and hold up Urtai and counterspell their Wrath. So this is a game where we probably will not be winning with the combo, most likely. Yeah, I'm just not gonna cast the deluge here. Considering Besageing to pump Slogurk. And also it gives them 1 less loot off Celestis. I think that's worth, right? I feel like it's worth. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. What? If I don't kill their Celestis, then I'm giving them loots, right? Maybe you just don't care. I don't want to flashback Deluge because I need to hold this up for a Wrath. I'm gonna take my line. I think I like this. And then I still just have the Urtai up. I guess this gives them 2 mana. I don't know if that's relevant. Yeah, I guess I could have channeled Takenuma instead. Which I can still do, right? I can still channel Takenuma if I want. Because it only costs 2. Yeah, we can channel Takenuma and hold up the Urtai. Okay, that's pretty good. So this is 10. Yeah, I mean, they're just dead, right? They cast Wrath, we counter it. Attack you for 10. The beatdown plan. Channeling Takenuma was nice there. It made it from a 3-turn clock into a 2-turn clock. Yeah, I don't think I need a Traxa. I don't think I need a Traxa this game. I think we're fine. Yeah, well, if they had Depopulate, they would have cast it last turn, right? See ya. See ya. Deuces. The beatdown plan. That was kind of cool. Yeah, farewell. Farewell, but not for me. Scam and Timeless, because you can basically just play the entire Scam deck. All for it. You know they're going to put Fury in it. Like, you know for a fact they're going to put Fury in it, right? This gets black. So black, green, white, blue. Let me go black first. Just in case we need to cut down on 2. Have they shown Grief yet? No, I think the only one they've shown is Solitude. But we're just kind of assuming that they're going to put all 5 on. And, I mean, we can probably safely assume that they're not going to ban Fury from Timeless. So, like, the only thing that you don't have in Timeless from the modern Scam deck is Voidwalker. I think you have every other card. Right? You have Ragavan, Fury, Grief. Ragavan, Fury, Grief, Bowmaster, Fable, Blood Moon, Not Dead. I guess you don't have Undying Evil, but you can just play one of the other shitty ones instead. Did know. Voidwalker's the worst card in the deck anyways. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know if I would say that Voidwalker's the worst card in the deck. I don't think that's accurate. It is good, but I'm sure you can build a Scam deck without Duffy. I'm sure that's fine. That should be fine. People are doing show and tell in Timeless. I mean, as much as I hate to say this, Scam is kind of the good guy versus show and tell, right? Because, like, if you turn 1 Grief Not Dead after all, what you call it? If you turn 1 Grief Not Dead after all, your show and tell opponent, like, they probably just can't play the game. So, in a weird, sadistic, twisted kind of way, Grief is the good guy in that scenario. Are we aware this card's not an arena? Well, you know that they spoiled Solitude, right? And everybody's just kind of assuming that they're going to put all 5. Which I think is a fair assumption. Why would you do 1 and not the other 4? Right? There's no reason for them to do that. No, that wasn't MH3. It was, I think the Solitude was one of the other side set special guests, right? I don't think that was MH3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe it was. I thought it wasn't, though. Was it MH3? But to answer your question, they probably will put MH3 on Arena. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Yeah, can we get some 07s for Timeless? I'm chilling. I don't have to do anything. Why am I listening to Nickelback? But I'm not, though. MH3 is for sure on. Gotcha. Makes sense. Opponent, do something. All right, fine. I'll do something. If you don't want to do anything, I will. And before I get stifled, how'd Chicago go? Chicago was awesome. I had a great time. I didn't do super well in the tournaments, but I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Mm-mm. Why do people hate Imagine Dragons? They're not that bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 8, 9, 4, 8. So I can go Celestis, Jace, Deluge. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have enough. I can pay for a no moralize too. Sure. This is fine. I am okay with this. Hmm. Assuming they found Get Lost, I could just minus immediately. Right, because it goes to 3, then it goes to 2, then I can plus it next turn. And that minusing it now is way better if they have Get Lost. Yeah, I'm gonna minus 2 it. I can also cut down the stupid 1/1 if I want to. I mean, I don't even want to do that, but yeah. See, this is perfect because now I can resolve this. Do they have an anchorage? They do. I guess I'll take this for their anchorage. Oh, but I have the cut down right. Yeah, maybe that was dumb. Could have just taken 2 lands there. What's up, E Philly? I'm sad that I didn't get to see E Philly in Chicago. I know you were there, but just didn't. I didn't see you passing by. One of these days. Yeah, I know Deep's copy something in the graveyard, but like the thing is, I'm out of fetchables. Like I don't have any basics left. It's okay. I can just discard this. Do I have any fetchables? 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. I have 1 fetchable left, right? Let me look at my basics. I always forget. 5 forest, 3 island, 3 swamp, 1 plains. 5 forest. Yeah, I have 1 swamp left. Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we go green, green, white, Nissa. We can go Deep's copy a swamp fetch and get a Nissa trigger, try to find Aftermath Analyst. Is the swamp in the grave? Wait, when did I mill this over? I don't remember milling that over. Shit. Awkward. Well, that's unfortunate. Well. Oh, with the Jace. Fuck. Yeah. Shit. I guess I do this then. Just gonna kill my Nissa. Yeah. I know. I know. Alright, fuck you. I got another one. How's that? Cut that shit out, dude. Stop. Can activate the Celestis. Okay. May I draw? I'd rather keep Cut Down than Tarot Tide, because Cut Down kills these stupid idiots. Play a fucking spell! Please. guess we discard this. Fuck. No fetchables. You have anything for Takenuma? Get back Jace, maybe? This might be a turn that I want to deluge, so let's... I mean, I have to, like, do something at some point, because they have the stupid Mirex. I don't have infinite time against that. Well, we have 3 Surveil lands, Call Me Faye, but you don't want to play a ton of copies of those, because you already have 12 of these, which are all ETB tap lands. So, you know, you can't just have every single land in your deck ETB tapped. You have to play some untapped lands. So, we're playing 3 of the Surveil lands. They just let it resolve. I didn't expect that. Take Atraxa Analyst. Or Atraxa Nissa. Yeah, because we already have the Splendid Wreck. Am I an arena-only streamer now? I mean, probably, yeah. I can also activate Celestis, right? Oh, it's only sorcery speed? Fuck. Can channel Takenuma. Get back Analyst. I guess that's fine. Try to hit a Slogurk. It's just like I'm having a really good time playing these arena formats, and I don't really have a good reason to play modern. Like I don't have any modern events in any time soon, and I think that standard's in a better format than modern right now. So I'm just gonna play what I enjoy. Because honestly, the content is much better if I'm having a good time. You know, it's kind of where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12. I'm just gonna play Atraxa. See what they do. Is Boats dead in Pioneer? I think there were a couple people that played Boats the Pro Tour. I don't know what the highest finishing Boats list was, but it's probably still fine. But I don't think they played a lot of the Mole Gods. I think there were not that many Mole Gods the Pro Tour. Alright, sorcery, land, creature, instant. How much mana do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would like to play something this turn so that they can't play the Deluge. Like, I want to force them to use their mana in such a way that they're not casting Deluge this turn. So I think I'm just going to go for this Nissa. And I have enough stuff left over that I'm going to go for Nissa Land Reclamation. I know it's going to get countered, but that's fine. I just don't want them to Deluge this turn. How many Takanumas do I have left? 2, right? Yeah, 2 Takanumas left. I mean, we have the Slogurk to rebuy the Takenuma anyways, so it's kind of fine. I'm just going to force them to play a counterspell this turn. Alright. You use your counterspell. That's fine. We can probably kill them next turn. Oh, what the fuck? They just didn't counter this? Okay, now I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, why did they not counter this? What the fuck? Hello? Graveyard? Hello? Blue. Maybe they figure they can time me out. Just, like, make me go for the combo. I mean, we can kill them this turn. If I have enough time. What's up, Siege Rhino? Like, I do have lethal if I... Given enough time, obviously. That's what I'm playing up against, is the clock. Actually, no. I think I'm a little short, right? 4, 8, 11. No, I'm not short. I can go Slogurk first. Yeah, I have enough mana. I guess they can kill the Slogurk now. Yeah, they could kill Slogurk now. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. Or not. Okay. I want to keep the Echoing Deeps so I can put both Takanumas in the graveyard. This is lethal if they have nothing. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know how they could possibly have nothing. That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, surely they at least have a Get Lost in hand. This deck is based. Like, I'm trying to think of what their hand could possibly be if they're just dead this turn. Sure. I'll let you know when I find out. I will pick up Slogurk. I will return 3 Takanumas. Channel Takanuma. Just get back Chase with this one, because we already have an Analyst in hand. The nice thing about this is they're they're gonna time out. Who times out first, me or my opponent? Yeah, you remember the Jace loop. So basically, what this loop establishes is just infinite mana. And once you have infinite mana, you eventually can just rebuy Jace with Slogurk. You go Slogurk, Takanuma, Jace loops. That's the kill condition. Because like the Nissa Slogurk, Analyst, Takanuma loop generates infinite mana, and then once you have infinite mana, you just go through Jaces instead of Analyst. Can I sing Feign 10 times Uwu? I don't know what that means, but no. I don't think we're going to have enough time to kill them this game, though. I think we're going to be a little short on time. Yeah, you just milled them out with Jace. I think we're going to be a little short on time this game. Let's get back Analyst. Trying to do this fast. As fast as I possibly can. How many cards in opponent's deck? 38. So we have to go through at least 3 loops. And I have 7 cards in my library. Copy this. Keep this done. So many loops, dog. I should have graveyarded that, but I can't be bothered. I legit can't be bothered. I just have to go fast. Have I run into the turn timer yet? We came close to timing out, but not quite yet. We did come close to timing out, but we still were able to win that game. If we do all blue. I don't think I need all blue. I think I have enough mana otherwise. I wonder if we have enough mana to do it right now. We might, right? Because the third Jace, we only have to do it for Phyrexian. So we might have enough to just do it right now. Yeah. Because the nice thing about Takanuma right now is it's only 1 mana. Yeah, we should have enough to do it right now, I think. Normalize. Well, we have a second Jason deck, even if they somehow normalize my first Jace. Like, we'll have to wait till next turn to kill them, but also fine, you know. You need 13 mana? Do I? Well, I still have 13 left over after casting the first Jace, so this should be more than enough, right? Yeah, we have enough. I like that they're showing me their whole deck. Masahak. I'm assuming that's Phyrexian language, right? I have no idea. You think they have endurance? Maybe they have endurance. Perhaps they have endurance. Look at that. Even 3 mana left over to pay for Normalize. Just a clean 3 mana left over. Could have done it for less than 5, but who cares? Alright, you're dead. Go. Your turn. A player may concede the game at any time. Watch them have some way to, like, not deck out here. God, why are these people? Why are these blue-white players just like... They love to not concede. I don't get it, man. What is wrong with blue-white players? They just love it. Alright, Jace, Duress, Boseiju, Urtai. I'm not going to bring in Dreams, because they don't have a lot of targets for Dreams. Just this. Well, I mean, they got the joke once I played the Jace the second time, right? They kind of figured it out. They could have also just not showed me their whole deck. Like, it's... Honestly, it's more beneficial for them not to concede and give away information, right? Instead of being like, hey, you want to see my deck list? Here you go. Yeah, that is a good point. If they're playing Black Mana or Fairy Mastermind, they can actually deck you on their upkeep, right? Well, I guess Mastermind would be a draw, where you go Mastermind, activate, we both draw with no cards in library. How good is the deck? I think it's kind of broken, but it's relatively hard to play, and also on digital clients, it seems that there might be some issues with, like, timing and things like that, but it does seem kind of busted. Honestly, this is one of the few standard decks that I've played that, you know, in addition to Convoke, I think Convoke is the other one, but it kind of feels like I'm playing a different format. And I don't say that a lot, but it does feel like this is above the power level of most of the other standard decks, which is definitely a good thing if you want to, you know, if you're looking to win an RCQ like I am. I don't want to keep this hand against Dirtle Blue White. Did I ever play Kethis combo when that was in standard? No, the only, like, I guess the only thing that I played that was even remotely close to this was the rally deck that had the infinite combo in it, which is, you know, a different deck for sure, but it has some similarities, you know. Yeah, if they exile this, whatever. Feels similar to Kethis, does it? What did the standard Kethis deck look like? It was like what, Mox Amber? I'm trying to remember what other legends were legal at that time. I'm pretty sure it had Mox Amber. I'm just gonna jam. They didn't have a counterspell last turn. Yeah, Emery. Excavator to Fairy. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't play that deck, but I do remember, like, I've played against that deck before, and I do remember, you know, some of what it was doing. I just never played it myself. There's no reason to make black mana, I think. I'm going to get a swamp off of this, but I don't think I need black mana this turn. Crawling in my skin. Oh, we're mapping all right. Oh, we're mapping. That was the reason to make black mana this turn, by the way. I guess if they Emperor the Nissa, it's not bad because I have second Nissa. Also means they would have been able to cast Deluge if they emped. Good of attack there. Did we ever get a mod to update the combo command? No. Alright, edit combo. What do we want to say? Analyst. I mean, I'll update it later. It's gonna take a while for me to update it. It's been pretty good so far though. I like the deck a lot. I do like the deck a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go Hideout for white. Make 6 mana, Analyst, sack it. Go green. Sack this, get a plains. Green, blue. Play Analyst. I didn't even realize at first that Analyst was an elf. I didn't know that. But Nissa can hit more Analyst, which is kind of sick. But basically the combo is you're trying to set up Nissa plus Aftermath Analyst. Oh, they're just countering this? Okay with that. So the combo is you're trying to set up Nissa plus Aftermath Analyst plus Slogurk plus Takenuma. Now, that's like the baseline combo, but you do need a certain number of lands in your graveyard to be able to go off, quote unquote. And eventually what you do is if you have 12 lands in the graveyard, that basically 12 lands in some combination of SNC fetch lands or legendary lands that go to the graveyard, and then you get them back with the Analyst. What you do is you loop Aftermath Analyst, Takenuma, and Slogurk, and that generates infinite mana. And then once you have infinite mana, you can loop Takenuma, Jace, and Slogurk, and then just mill them out with Jace. Yeah, it basically is a 60-card combo, for lack of a better term. Yeah, that's a good point. Pioneer, you also get Lotus Cobra. If you're in Dallas, can I get you to sign my Eska's Chariots and Ansrogs? Absolutely. I don't know when I'll be in Dallas next, but if I ever get up to Dallas, I will. We Atraxa? No, I'm going to do this first. Guess I could still cast Atraxa now. How many basics do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, I have 5, and I'm already getting 5. Okay, so I copy something else, right? I mean, it's still, yeah. I guess I copy Takenuma, so I can have both Takenumas in the graveyard. Yeah. We generate a little amount of mana. Just a little bit. I think I even have enough to go Atraxa and pay for Normalize. Like, they might just be dead this turn. I'm pretty sure they're just dead. Because I'm getting 5 more mana off these two. Swamp. Green. Green. Wait, am I out of basics now? No, I have islands, right? Oh, okay. I guess that's my last basic. I guess I miscounted. I thought I had more basics than that. Alright, Atraxa with 7 mana floating. Oh, right, the 2 forests in hand. That's what I was not counting. I missed the 2 forests in hand. Choose up to 5. Sorcery. Land. Artifact, instant creature. Let's take a peek. What you got over there, buddy? What you got over there? What are you working with? Jace, Jace, Deluge, Normalize. What's my hand? 3, 4, 5, 6 mana left over. Plus 1 is 7. Do I care about any of these cards? Honestly, I think the card I care the most about is Deluge. How close am I to getting milled out? I'm on 30 cards, but I can counter one of their Jaces. I'm going to take Deluge. And then I think I am going to... Oh, I guess not this turn, huh? Right. Well, it's fine, though, right? Because they can only... The best they can do is they can play 2 Jaces, but one's a 5, one's a 3. That's 24 cards, so I'll go to 5 cards, and deck can just untap with Urtai next turn, which I think is fine. I'm just not going to channel Takenuma now. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here. Yeah, we can't Urtai this turn, but I can just Urtai next turn. I think we should still be fine. I guess if they find a Wrath this turn, it could be a little awkward. Like, if they find exactly Wrath now, the turn before I untap with Urtai, that could be weird. I think this deck is incredibly good. I wasn't sure when I first started playing it. I wasn't sure at first because it looks like a lot on paper, but the more I play with this deck, the more I really do think this is going to be remain a player. Now, granted, a lot of people prior to this weekend did not have Graveyard Hate in their standard decks, and that is something that's definitely going to change moving forward. So, yeah, this deck being good and people playing this deck will certainly increase the amount of Graveyard Hate that you'll see moving forward, which, funnily enough, does kind of have some like incidental applications against like Sultai Emergence and the Mentor decks. So it might not be a great time to play those decks because more people are playing Graveyard Hate. Look at that, Talos. Bang. Bang. Did you see the Rectos deck with 4 Stormseeker that got 11th? It was funny enough, Covert Man, the deck that I was going to play next. Yes, I did see it. I was planning on playing that one next. Hope it's clear enough. Clear enough for me. Alright, go. What's the best standard Graveyard Hate currently? I'm gonna let that go, I think. Yeah, it's either Hearse or Lantern. One of those two. Yeah, I'm gonna let that go. Flanker is good too, yeah. Yeah, I kind of didn't understand for Archfiend 2 Shieldred, but now that I'm realizing that I think Archfiend, I think you're right. I think it's a lot better with Stormseeker than Shieldred is. The reason why I suggest Lantern over Hearse is Lantern replaces itself, even if it's not doing that much. At least you can get something out of Lantern. Whereas that's not always the case with Hearse, but Hearse is a threat that doesn't die to their sweepers, so there's a bit of give and take. Cauldron. Cauldron plays around. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean Lantern is probably better against this deck than Hearse is, because again, I was talking about this earlier, where it's like if you draw Hearse too late, where they have too many lands in the graveyard already, then you only get to get 2 of their lands, and maybe you still die. But the nice thing about Lantern is that if you draw Lantern in those spots, then who cares? You can still just Lantern everything away. Okay, kind of rude. I don't think I can hit anything off Deluge. Oh, right. I could have just Takanumed it back, right? And then played it end of turn. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I can still do that, right? So let this resolve. Because I have to Takanuma before... Yeah, I gotcha. Right. Yep, okay. Yep, and let this resolve. Yeah. Counter it again. Yeah, but I can also just do this, right? Alright, cool. But yes, I could have countered it again. They were tapped out anyways. Alright, 4-1. Not bad. The BM. Letting them have the token. Yeah, true. Alright, 4-1. It only took us 3 hours to play 5 matches with this deck, so, kind of what I expected, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I was very, very impressed with a lot of what this deck was doing. As I said before, and we apparently don't have a sideboard anymore, but as I was saying earlier, this deck does kind of feel like it's doing something a little bit more powerful than most other standard decks. Definitely something that I'm going to be considering for potential upcoming RCQs. As far as... So a lot of people ask me at the end of YouTube video, what I would change for the deck moving forward. My recommendation would be, when you look at and you play a CFT Sock deck, do not ever change a single card. Only change a card if CFT Sock tells you to. So keep that in mind. I probably wouldn't change any cards. 68 cards looks weird, but again, I think you need to play 68 to be able to get enough basics for your fetchables. So the numbers feel right. This deck felt really good. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment. Everybody say bye, YouTube. We'll see you in the next one, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. You could play 69 for the memes, I guess. Something is deeply wrong with the sideboard. Yeah, it's just a visual bug. Fucking Arena, am I right?